moving on to the Patriots, Coach Mayo spoke to the media after the NFL annual meeting in Orlando during the AFC Coaches Breakfast, which I think is a very funny event. It sounds like a fire department's pancake breakfast, but regardless, I love it. And here are his comments, and I have some thoughts on them.
Well, good morning. Happy to be here. First time, it's a lot, but I'm excited for the opportunity to speak with you guys, and hopefully you guys come out of here with some clarity as far as our strategy is concerned, as far as our team building is concerned. Fire away.
Maybe just start with that. I mean, is there a clarity that you would begin with?
You know, the clarity I will begin with is free agency. Obviously, the media, the fans, everyone wants that big signing. But at the same time, as we continue to put this team together, I think there has to be a process. It has to be a methodical process. And look, when there is a guy that we want to get, the Crafts have already told us like they'll spend the money. And I would say offensively this year we were very picky as far as the players that we were getting. And at the same time, that wasn't really a deep offensive free agent class to even make that type of splash. Now, we're saying that the draft is coming up. There will still be conversations as far as trades and things like that, and guys will be released. So this is a process that's going to go on all the way until after the draft.
So obviously, Coach Mayo couldn't become too specific. He couldn't name names about who they wanted to sign or anything like that. And I respect that. You don't want to be throwing people under the bus. You don't want to be, dangling the carrot like, oh, we could have gotten this person, but this factor, or, this person was available, but we didn't want them for this reason. That's kind of where the sausage is made, and fans will have their opinions, but I'm going to trust the process and trust our coaching staff and management to make the right choices. And I really agree with him that it was not a deep offensive free agency class. There were options, and there were people I would have loved to sign, but the NFL is very competitive with free agency, and we're at the very beginning of a rebuild, so we can't be expected to sign the hottest free agents immediately. That's not attractive to a lot of these great offensive players. They want to win as soon as possible because they only have so much time. So right now we're focusing on the bits and pieces we need to build a great team again. Let's embrace the fact we're building for the future. That should be exciting that, maybe we won't have the best couple of seasons, but down the line, we'll be competitive again, and hopefully we'll be competitive long term. I'm not saying it'll be Brady Belichick again, but the Patriots will be relevant again if we make the right choices. And right now, we can just wait and see. I'm just going to be hopeful and optimistic, as I've been saying. There's no reason to be pessimistic, because obviously, football is a business, and a losing team is not good business. And that's why I trust management, ownership, the coaching staff to make smart moves. And like Coach Mayo said, the draft is going to be a big deal. That's going to be where we get some important pieces. And, he's mentioned that we could trade pick number 3 for, a big return. I doubt that happens. I doubt there's going to be a trade proposal that makes giving up pick number 3 worth it. So I'm guessing we're drafting a quarterback at pick number 3, and we're going to try to build around that quarterback and build for the future. And hopefully not make the same mistakes we made with Mac Jones, because, that's a choice. We can choose to repeat that experience, or we can choose to learn from it. And I think we're all going to choose to learn from it. So far, I really appreciate how Coach Mayo has conducted himself with the media. He's maintained a, balanced perspective on things, and it remains to be seen if he'll be a great head coach. But I'm excited. I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to trust that, Bill Belichick saw something in him. The Kraft family saw something in him. And, Belichick and the Kraft family have their disagreements, but they were both pillars of the dynasty, and I trust their judgment. And I think Coach Mayo has a lot of potential, so let's support him and hope he can really bring the Patriots back to winning ways. Speaking of the NFL draft, the University of North Carolina recently had their pro day, and Drake Maye did really well. And I really don't see a world where we don't draft Drake Maye at number 3. I really think pick number 1 will be Caleb Williams, pick 2, Jaden Daniels, and then pick 3, Drake Maye. I would be really surprised if it went a different way, but I'd be fine with it because that's what makes sports exciting. Different things happening, but that's my prediction, and most people would agree with me, I think. I am going to read through some highlights of Greg Cosell's scouting report of Drake Maye. Strengths: he has a desirable combination of size, throwing ability, and athleticism. He is an easy natural thrower with minimal effort, could drive the ball down the field. He has explosive arm talent with the traits to make every throw, can drive the ball at all levels with velocity and touch. Good athlete who can make second reaction plays, throwing and running. Strong mental framework reflected in that bad plays did not affect him. Came right back and made good plays. Weaknesses: at times he drifted into the pocket to his left when there was no pressure and no reason to move off the midline. At times he was tentative in the pocket, he did not turn it loose when throws were there. Must become more decisive. There are other things, but those are some of the highlights from his strengths and weaknesses. What this tells me is that his strengths are great and his weaknesses are fixable, Once he's in the NFL, you'll have a more professional standard to be held to, and he can improve, based on extra coaching and training. What I really liked was the mental toughness aspect, the fact that he did not let mistakes get to him too much, which I cannot say for Mac Jones. Mac Jones was always a little shaken when he made a mistake or threw a pick, and, the fact is, you can be Tom Brady, you can be Aaron Rodgers, you can be Patrick Mahomes. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to throw interceptions. You have to react well or else you're done for. You're not going to win big games if you can't shake it off from a mistake. So I really like that. I liked what I've read. I've liked what I've heard. He has a lot of potential. I hope we draft him. I think it could be really exciting. I would love to draft Jaden Daniels as well. I'd be fine with either, but I doubt he falls to pick number 3, and that's okay. It's really about seeing enough potential and then, proper development. So they both have the potential, and I hope the Patriots choose to properly develop whoever they draft.